All right. Welcome, everybody from around the world. I am glad you all are able to join us. This is a live class from Financial ID members only. We are a group of individuals that have looked and are currently learning to bring our minds and our awareness up to understand the playing field that our life is built on a daily basis. Okay? So we wanted to share a little bit with you all tonight, all over YouTubers, Facebookers, Instagrammers, people on the street corners yelling and shouting, all the other groups that want to protest and show up, 1,000 deep. 10,000 people walking in on private property and stuff like that. Guys, it really doesn't even take all of that. What it does take is that your mind and your field of awareness on what the laws are, what governs these laws, what's the superior law. We're going to go into what is the superior law tonight. And hopefully I'm able to prove this and bring this out to everyone and make it plain and simple. I pray that this message reaches many. I pray that everyone is able to gain some more understanding and enlightenment on what is going on in the world around them. Okay? This is my life's work and passion. I love this. This is not getting up to go to work for me. This is what it really all boils up and why it matters and why we need to know this information as a people, okay? Randall, let's jump in. Let's get the definition of this word, jurisprudence. Before I start, I got a friend of mine graduated from the University of Alabama, and he's saying, man, I got this degree. I'm going to go on to law school, and he's writing his admission letter for law school, and he throws out this word, juris. He said, if me being accepted into law school will increase my level of juris. And I asked him immediately, I said, do you know what the word juris means? Some of you have never heard of it, period. Juris, or jurisprudence, prudence. Okay, we've heard these words. I hope you do know that prudence has something to do with your comprehension level. Okay? So your jurisprudence. Go ahead, Randall.
Jurisprudence. From the Latin term jurisprudentia, which means the study, knowledge, or science of law. In the United States, more broadly associated with the philosophy of law.
Hold on.
Legal philosophy.
So I want to bring out that it's the philosophy of law. Okay? Jurisprudence is the philosophy of law. Let's see if we can get something a little more concrete than philosophy. Go ahead.
Legal philosophy has many branches, with four types being the most common. The most prevalent form of jurisprudence seeks to analyze, explain, classify, and criticize entire bodies of law, ranging from contract to tort to constitutional law. Legal encyclopedias, law reviews, and law school textbooks frequently contain this type of jurisprudential scholarship. The second type of jurisprudence compares and contrasts law with other fields of knowledge such as literature, economics, religion, and social sciences.
Hold on now.
The purpose.
So now the second form of jurisprudence has something to do with literature. Now imagine if you write certain literature and you say this is right or this is wrong based off of that you control the majority of the literature. Okay? That's a whole nother jurisprudence right there. So understanding the knowledge such as the power of people writing literature, economics, knowing credit, what makes money go around, what are the things that people want to buy and sell, and being able to transact and do business. Okay? Can you all hear? Okay. Randall, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, ma'am, I'm sorry. I think you're having a problem with your hearing on your side. Okay. Somebody can write her. All right. Let's see. Your knowledge of economics is going to be part of your jurisprudence. The economy. The third thing, a part of jurisprudence. Religion. Okay? So religion is another law, okay? And the social sciences. All right? Go look around and understand that, how all those pertain to each other. Go ahead, Randall. The purpose.
The purpose of this type of study is to enlighten each field of knowledge by sharing insights that have proven to be important in advancing essential features of the compared discipline. The third
so it's just designed to make sure all the rest of the disciplines. So know this, guys. The study of law and contracts applies to all fields of studies that you may be studying. Okay? Mark that one down for me, Randall, okay? Because I know somebody who studies psychology and sociology and all that good stuff, right? And that's social science. Okay? And you must apply law to this. Go ahead.
The third type of jurisprudence raises fundamental questions about the law itself. These questions seek to reveal the historical, moral, and cultural underpinnings of a particular legal concept. The common law.
I like this one a lot. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to the wording, because I hope to prove this in this meeting tonight. Okay? The historical, okay, these questions seek to reveal the historical, I'm going to throw this in here, Bible, the moral, Bible, and cultural underpinnings of particular legal concepts. They could have just put the Bible right there, okay, guys? The Torah, okay? Go ahead. The common law, Bible law. Go ahead.
The common law, 1881, written by Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., is a well-known example of this type of jurisprudence. It traces the evolution of civil and criminal responsibility from undeveloped societies where liability for injuries was based on subjective notions of revenge to modern societies where liability based on objective notions of reasonableness.
Reasonableness. All right. So now I'm just be real with you. If you haven't picked up your Bible, you wouldn't already know that, hey, look, if you go mess with this man's daughter without his consent, you know you could be fined for that. You know, or you can say that this man's daughter wasn't a virgin when you met her, and if you were caught lying, you know you could be fined for that. Okay? So civil and moral law that's already in the Bible, and I want to prove that. I want you to know this, guys. Whatever you study in law, any code you may read, understand that the Bible is the baseline, and this the third type of jurisprudence you must know, and you will understand all the jurisprudence, okay, in all the fields of understanding. Okay? Go ahead, Randall. The fourth.
The fourth and fastest growing body of jurisprudence focuses on even more abstract questions, including what is law? How does a trial or appellate court judge decide a case? Is a judge similar to a mathematician or a scientist applying autonomous and determinate rules and principles? Or is a judge more like a legislator who simply decides a case in favor of the most politically preferable outcome? Must a judge base a decision only on the written rules and regulations that have been enacted by the government? Or may a judge also be influenced by unwritten principles derived from theology, moral philosophy, and historical practice?
Great questions. Go ahead.
4 schools of jurisprudence have attempted to answer these questions Formalism proposes that law is a science. Realism holds that law is just another name for politics. Positivism suggests that law must be confined to the written rules and regulations enacted or recognized by the government. And naturalism maintains that the law must reflect eternal principles of justice and morality that exist independent of government recognition.
The what?
Must reflect principles of justice and morality that exist independent of governmental recognition.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, it's something that has to be independent of government regulation. Okay, let's see if we can find this thing. We've read it before. We'll get it again because I want to bring this out to those who have that around the world. Y'all haven't seen this. Public law, and I want you to read this, Randall. Public law 97-280. I just want to go ahead and prove this off the rip before I even go into the Bible to prove the case in point what it is that we have in our hands as a people, that if we were a nation, okay? And I will soon have you all. I'm be offering authenticated copies of this. This would be a great piece to have in your repertoire. Okay, you can start right here, Randall. Whereas the Bible,
the Word of God, has made a unique contribution in shaping the United States as a distinctive and blessed nation and people. Whereas deeply held religious convictions springing from the Holy Scriptures led to the early settlement of our nation. Whereas biblical teachings inspired concepts of civil government that are contained in our Declaration of Independence and Constitution of the United States. Whereas many of our great national leaders, among them Presidents Washington, Jackson, Lincoln, and Wilson, paid tribute to the surpassing influence of the Bible in our country's development, as in the words of President Jackson, that the Bible is the rock on which our republic rests. Whereas that renewing our knowledge of and faith in God through Holy Scripture can strengthen us as a nation and people. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled, that the President is authorized and requested to designate 1983 as a National Year of the Bible in recognition of both the formative influence the Bible has been for our nation and our national need to study and apply the teachings of the Holy Scriptures.
Okay, so that's coming out of Congress and Senate and everything. They agreeing that, look, the Bible is it on the foundation of everything. Let's keep proving that, okay? Matter of fact, the Bible is already going to tell you how you need to handle situations, okay? Hebrews 6:16, KJV.
Of Gateway.
Go ahead, Randall. Hebrews 6:16.
Hebrews 6, verse 16. For men verily swear by the greater, and an oath for confirmation is to them an end of all strife.
All right, so verily men swear by the greater. What does that mean? So verily men swear by the greater. Swear by the greater. An oath for confirmation is to them the end of all strife. An oath. Men swear by the greater on an oath. Okay? And this is an oath is for confirmation to end all strife. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't know a better way to stop a public official dead in their tracks than to accept their oath. Okay? Hold on one moment. Let's see if we can get an oath of office up here real quick. I usually have some oath of office. Georgia. Let's see what pops up. See, this is all you have to do for your country. Oaths of office, additional oaths. Okay, it pops right up for you. Public officers, employees. Go ahead, read it, Randall.
Remove that. 2010 Georgia Code, Title 45, Public Officers and Employees, Chapter 3, Official Oaths and Commissions, Article 1, Official Oaths, 45-3-1, Oaths required in addition to oath of office and constitutional oath. Okay, every public officer shall, 1, take the oath of office, 2, take any oath prescribed by the Constitution of Georgia, 3, swear that he or she is not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due this state or any political subdivision or authority thereof, 4, swear that he or she is not the holder of any office of trust under the government of the United States, any other state, or any foreign state which he or she is by the laws of the state of Georgia prohibited from a holding. 5, swear that he or she is otherwise qualified to hold said office according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia. 6, swear that he or she will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state. And 7, if elected by any circuit or district, swear that he or she has been a resident thereof for the time required by the Constitution and laws of this state.
All right.
Disclaimer.
Nope, we don't read disclaimer. Let's see if we can get an example. Oath of office. There it is. Now read that one right there.
Mm-hmm. Before entering on the duties of their office, the sheriff shall take and subscribe, in addition to the oath required of all civil officers, the following oath before the judge of the Superior Court or the judge of the Probate Court. I do swear that I will faithfully execute all writs, warrants, precepts, and processes directed to me as sheriff of this county, or which are directed to all sheriffs of this state, or to any other sheriff specially, which I can lawfully execute, and true returns make, and in all things well and truly, without malice or partiality, perform the duties of the office of sheriff of county during my continuance therein, and take only my lawful fees. So help me God.
So help me who?
God.
God. So verily men swear by the greater, for oath for them, okay, swear by the greater, and the oath for confirmation is to them the end of all strife. I'm telling you, you swore for God, right, that you would execute all the stuff you were supposed to do properly. Okay? That's a swore. What does the Bible say about letting your word be your bond? Numbers. Let's go to the book of Numbers. Chapter 30, verse 2. And see what the let me go back. Jurisprudence, how they word it? How did they word it? The third jurisprudence, fundamental question about law itself. The question seeks to reveal the historical, the moral, and the cultural underpinnings of a particular legal concept. So let's see if we can find the historical and the moral underpinnings of the legal concept of when you swear an oath. What does that mean? Go ahead, Randall. Numbers chapter 30, verse 2.
Book of Numbers, chapter 30, verse 2. If a man vow unto the Lord, I swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth.
Right there. So off the rip, commanded. Matter of fact, read verse 1 and verse 2 so you know who he was speaking to and where this moral and historical information comes from and who it was directed to.
Verse 1, and Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth.
He should do all that proceeded out of his mouth. So now the question is, if the Bible is the underpinnings of the legal system and concepts on the planet, on the entire planet, the Bible is the underpinning. Let's see if we can find the bonds. Fulton, Hartford, Fire Insurance Bond. Let's see what pops up. The Hartford. These guys right here, guys. Protect and manage your business overall risk. Guys, you gotta know that Fulton County, the county of Fulton, is insured by this company. Okay? I actually have a copy of the bond for the entire principal for the entire Fulton County and the power of attorney letter stating the people who are authorized to pay out claims in favor of anybody who got a problem with Fulton County. And now I ask you again, is an oath to them the end of all strife? Does it say that they word be they bond? I'm just telling you right now, y'all looking at like a $7 trillion company right now, okay? They hold like $3 trillion in assets to pay out damages and claims at all times. Okay? This thing bonds your whole county. You ain't even thought about this jurisprudence that there's an element that has something to do with insurance that's a banking like practice. You know, it's something else, you know, that we really don't even think much of. You wouldn't even think, you know, you got to have insurance on your car. Did you know they had to have insurance for the county? Who insures cities? Did you think about that? That would be an economic jurisprudence to understand who's the insurer of cities. You understand? So these people right here, I mean, now I'm going to tell you something. When the Most High say let that word be bond, okay, I'll tell y'all one of my favorite scriptures that I read when I had an extended stay in Gwinnett County, a private county jail. And this one got me through it, okay? I hope y'all really enjoy this. And for all those who get to see this video, who don't keep and study and read the Bible, I pray that somehow y'all get some understanding that this book is what's rocking the whole world. That's what's running everything. So you pay close attention and keep some respect for the text that you're about to read, because this information, I've already seen it with my own eyes when I gave glory to the Most High. And them judges, okay. So they know I can prove it that God is sovereign. I can prove it that God is sovereign. So no one ever let you ever try to say that you're sovereign. And these brothers are running around here talking about they giving you sovereign IDs and sovereign tags and ain't told you nothing about what's going on and why you need to be studying this information or how to improve and enlighten yourself on this information. Instead, they're selling you an ID card. Now, I know this program is called Financial ID, but have I tried to sell you an ID card yet? Because your ID card is something that's inside of you. Okay? You're gonna have your financial ID. You're just gonna be wearing it, and it ain't even gonna be something you actually have to put on, guys. Okay, go ahead and read this Psalms 109, please.
Book of Psalms, chapter 109. Hold not thy peace, O God of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked of the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compass me about also with words of hatred, and fought against me without a cause. For my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer. And they have rewarded me evil for good, and hatred for my love. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand.
Hold on
when he
now.
shall be.
So now the prayer says, he said, set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. Let me flip back over to these guys. This $7 trillion company right here that you signed the oath and you swore that you was going to uphold the Constitution and they was going to back you. Okay? But when you start costing them $10, $15 million, these guys is coming to break your back. Okay? Anybody violating the oath and bond can be removed out of their house and all their property sold by the sheriff in 90 days. Because Hartford Fire Insurance want their money. Go ahead.
All right. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin.
Hold on.
Let his days.
So now when you accept their oath of office, and you tell them, I accept your oath, and we're in a private contract now that I'm going to enforce with the UCCs, right? There's nobody that can respond for him. He can't go pray and let anybody come help him. Because no one can sign an affidavit for you. I'm addressing you as a man, your soul, and your bond. Go ahead, Ram.
Let his days be few, and let another take his office.
Take his what?
His office.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead.
Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow.
Did the Bible just say Did the Bible just say let him kill himself? Why else would his children be fatherless and his wife a widow? Go ahead.
Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places.
Now, even if you put a lien on their oath of office and bond, did you know even if they killed you, the lien will stay there for 100 years? So it ain't gonna be nothing for his kids to pick up. They're gonna be beggars and vagabonds. I was watching a TV show, How to Get Away with Murder, and the little white dude on the show, his dad was a federal judge, and he had did like some kind of like gang rape of this girl in college, and his dad covered it up. And the lady in the star of the show exposed that on him, and everybody found out, and his dad went and hung himself because his name was destroyed. Destroying the name, you don't even have to go punch him in his face. You destroy his name. It's similar to the members of this program. If the creditors and debt collectors say all the wrong stuff about your name and you don't come up and contest it and say something about it, they destroy your name and have you a nobody in this society. Take your name back. Go ahead.
Let the extortioner catch all that he has, and let the stranger spoil his labor.
Hold on. Let the stranger spoil his labor? Let these guys right here spoil his labor? Everything that he didn't work for? Go ahead.
Let there be none to extend mercy unto him. Neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generations following, let their name be blotted out.
Let their name be blotted out, make you obliterate your name, like Xerxes on the 300 movie. Nah, bro, we've been talking about that in the scriptures. Go ahead.
Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth. because he that remembered no mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man,
Needy man.
that he might even slay the broken in heart.
He don't even care. Some guys say he know they ain't got the money, and he laid on child support, and they just throw him up in jail. They know he ain't got it. They don't even care. They still persecute the poor and needy man. Okay? Go ahead. Oh, let's see this part. This is my favorite. Come on.
As he loved cursing, so let it come unto him. As he delighted not in the blessings, so let it be far from him. As he clothed himself with cursing, like as with his garment, so let it come into his bowels like water, and let oil into his bones. Let it be unto him as the garment which covereth him, and for a girdle wherewith he is girded continually. Let this be the reward of mine adversary from the Lord, and of them that speak evil against my soul. But do thou for me, O God the Lord, for thy name's sake, because scroll. Lost my spot.
Because thy mercy.
Because thy mercy is good, deliver thou me. For I am poor and needy, and my heart is wounded within me. I am gone like the shadow when it declines. I am tossed up and down as the locust. My knees are weak through fasting, and my flesh faileth of fatness. I became also a reproach unto them. When they look upon me, they shake their heads. Help me, O Lord my God. O save me according to thy mercy, that they may know that this is thy hand, that thou, Lord, hast done it. Let them curse, but bless thou. When they arise, let them be ashamed, but let thy servant rejoice. Let mine adversaries be clothed with shame, and let them cover themselves with their own confusion, as with a mantle.
As with a mantle. See, you see how they respond to them debt validation letters? Come on, man, bring me truth. Let me see it. Swear oath that this information is accurate. Let them be confused. Go ahead. That's why I tell you pray over y'all documents. For real. Because at the very beginning of this, at the end of the day, what he says, but I give myself unto prayer. Confusion amount of verse 30. Go ahead.
I will greatly praise the Lord with my mouth. Yeah, I will praise him among the multitude. For he shall stand in the right hand of the poor, to save him from those that condemn his soul.
And save him from them wicked magistrates and judges and stuff that be around playing like they know law. We know jurisprudence. The children of Israel do. The lead a philosophy of law. Okay? Psalms 149. Let's get this. This is why I'm trying to share, because, some people have told me that this information is not for everybody. I believe it's not for everybody. But I do know this. It's an honor that we all should have. Go ahead and read Psalms 149 for me. I hope you all are receiving this information out here.
Book of Psalms, chapter 149, verse 1. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him, the timbrel and harp. For the Lord take pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
That's right.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
All right, to execute judgment, execute upon them the judgment written. So one of the things I'm really talking about when you accept the oath of office, these people that said, so help me God, and according to the scriptures, that's the end of all strife, I understand that there's some commercial principles that bonds his soul, that now you can have a wicked man come stand on Satan, have Satan stand on his right hand to execute the judgment that's written that you can write through the mail yourself. Send an acceptance of oath certified mail return receipt with notary presentment and giving them full breakdown of your fees and consequences for violating, and see how you break their back. A whole new person shows up. Okay? If they don't understand it, they're foolish. If you have to file a lien on them, they're ruining their own life, and they deserve it. Okay? So the first rule of contract is notice. That's proof. Let's see if we can get you a notice out the Bible. Let's get one of the first notices out the Bible. Genesis 9 and 13. We're going to go Genesis 9, period. 9. We're not going to read all of it. Genesis 9 and 9. Go ahead.
And behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
Stop. So there you go. This is a token and a covenant. That's a notice. That's like a green light. Guys, the Most High is not going to flood the earth again. Okay? The rainbow, that's your notice. Okay? He read. He further say that.
Mm. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And
all
God
right,
said,
so that's a covenant and contract that the Most High got with everybody on the planet, regardless of your nation. That's one with the whole world currently. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's notice of that covenant. Matter of fact, he put it up there for the bow to be noticed unto himself. Understand that? So I'm not in contract with you until I put you on notice. So guess what? To put you on notice, I accept your oath. Because an oath to them is the end of is confirmation, the end of all strife. That his word be his bond to his soul. I see the difference is between a public official and a private person is a public official cannot hide himself from you accepting his oath. His oath is a public offer to contract. Okay? It's a public offer to contract. Hosea 1 and 7. Go ahead, Randall. Now check this out. This is why you won't ever hear me suggest. I'm not gonna tell you what not to. If you do whatever you think is best to protect your family and prepare however you see fit. Let that be an unsaid said. All right. But at the end of the day, know what your most powerful tool is going to be in everything that you do, whether it's credit repair, business, law, contract, All right, let's see if y'all can pick this up. Hosea 1:7.
But I will have mercy upon the house of Yehudah, and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
Okay, so
Now,
if he say he gonna save them by the Lord thy God, it ain't gonna be by bow or by sword or by battle or horse or horseman. What else? I mean, what else could it be? A pen, some prayer, some paper. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. Okay, I want to show y'all the power, because the power was in the pen. Y'all done heard this before, but the power was in the Bible. And if you make that pen start going along line with what this Bible say, that's why I tell you all Deuteronomy 15:1. Write that on your letter in blue ink. You know what I'm saying? Hey, write Deuteronomy 15:1, the year of the Lord. They don't know. It's been 7 years. Put that on there. Throw that out there. You fighting a spiritual battle too. Okay? When you walk in there, these people want to scare you. You know, some of y'all don't, some of this stuff just jumps out into you. It's a part of your jurisprudence. Okay? We have a portion of our economic jurisprudences. Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian have to properly verify what information they got on your credit report under the penalty of perjury. They can't do that, they delete it. All right? You feel me? And we can sue them if they violate that. That's some good jurisprudence. Okay? You have the ability to negotiate any contract that you're in. That's jurisprudence. To know that, to know how to do that. You can't just give a person a document and you just got it. It takes prayer and supplication. You know you're gonna have to be in these scriptures to be toting that around like that. Dealing with your birth certificate authentication, dealing with how to the debt collectors and credit. That's easy. That's a very soft level that you ain't got to really worry about too much of anything happening out the way. You start talking about they jumping out and you was trying to get into your own house and shoot you and stuff like that, and they get away with it. The crazy stuff we've been seeing out in the news, and everybody want to protest and run around and be in Walmart. How you gonna walk on private property? It shows that your jurisprudence. You're lacking jurisprudence as an organization. You would never. Why would you walk around on private property? You don't protest on private property. You protest on public property. You can't do that. You don't have somebody trying to come at you with a gun. Now the person has a reason because your lack of jurisprudence. Now the people with the guns gonna show up on you. But if you had to exercise proper jurisprudence, you wouldn't even been in there marching and protest. Send a letter. Write a letter, bruh. The judgment is written. The judgment ain't throwing sticks right now. Okay? Judgment written. When you can make a $7 trillion company send its attorneys to go collect this money out there, I'm telling you, they coming. Okay? The principle of that bond and that oath, these people right here coming on with it. All right? So they took what you have is most of your public officials are playing roulette. Every day, they're playing Russian roulette that you don't know what you're talking about pertaining to their actions as public officials. Okay? Until one day, the masses of people are going to start accepting their oaths, start filing claims on these people. These people are going to start losing their jobs, losing their insurance, losing their homes, and I bet you they'll stop jumping out trying to shoot people and pull you over for stupid traffic tickets and all that other stuff when they see a couple of their partners lose their crib. I know for a fact that there are people who have filed frivolous, improper liens against judges and caused their credit scores to be almost destroyed for almost a year or two Okay, a properly filed lien will really put them out of business. Okay, finito. Void in ab initio. All right, guys? So open up your jurisprudence. Continue to study economics, literature. I hope we have some writers, those who want to write literature. We need children's literature. We need stuff to teach our children, okay, so they can have an economic jurisprudence. Bigger than just going to get a check from the bank. Okay? This is what governs the world. And this is how you protect yourself and getting yourself in line to be able to operate on a global scale. Some of y'all have asked me, would I need my I think Tori asked it, do I need my passport? There's a whole nother set of passports for private entities. Okay? Definitely don't want to be public in this country. You want to get to the private side. With that being said, guys, I hope that you are able to absorb as much of this information as possible. I appreciate you all. Stop the recording.